All right, everyone. Today I've got kind of a weird one. You'll see sitting here in front of me, this is a Xeric watch. The Xerics are sold through watches.com. I did a little research on these guys. I believe they were previously Watchismo, and they started making some in-house watches through their company, and they changed over to watches.com. And so one of their first watches they put out was under the label of the Xerics. So what I have is a Xeric Halograph in gold. This is an S1 dual balance automatic, and I had to look this up, and I found out that this is actually a Chinese movement in this version of the Xeric. This is the first version of the Halograph, and so, you know, maybe not the most reliable and best movement as far as automatics go, but so far I've noticed it's pretty accurate. It seems to hold time just fine. But I am a little concerned about possibly the longevity of it. May or may not be an issue. It just kind of depends a little bit on how often you wear it and how well this one was put together. One drawback that I have seen, apart from any of my other automatic watches, is you have to wind it in the morning, or this thing will stop. You cannot rely on just kinetic movement of your body movements of keeping this thing wound throughout the day. That's not going to hack it. I wore it a couple of different days, and I would notice after an hour or two, I'd look down and the thing would be stopped. Unless you're going to wear it every day, I guess as a daily, you're probably fine. But I tend to wear a different watch every single day. I rarely wear the same one 2 days in a row. When I get up in the morning, I'll make sure before I go to set this, I'll wind it about 20 times. This one it's a 316 stainless steel. It is a 48 millimeter. It is 13 millimeters without the crystal, that big giant jumbo crystal. So it's 13 millimeters around the case from top to bottom. And in this one, it comes with this leather strap. It's comfortable. It's not necessarily anything to write home about. It seems a little inexpensive. It's not the nicest material, I would say, as far as leather watches go. This one is kind of this alligator skin embossed. I guess it's leather. I think it said it was leather on the website, but it's not anything special. It's not unattractive. It's fine. The back has this open display case, and it's kind of interesting because it's actually blue on this one, and I don't know what, there's different colors. There's green ones, I've seen red ones. I don't remember the reasoning for that. These are limited edition numbered ones. This is 322 of 999. It says it's designed in California. So it is, an American designed company. I don't think they're made here in America. I think they may even be completely assembled, I'm going to say maybe China. So there is a little bit of, some reservations about that there, but it being such a unique and cool and different watch, I'm okay with that. You're not going to find one that looks like this very easily. One thing to be careful of, I saw on the exchange group that some people were complaining about knockoff Xerics. They look very similar to this, and they were seeing them on Amazon. And so be careful. Make sure you're ordering through, like I said, watches.com is a safe place. I think these are theirs, so you're not going to get some goofy knockoff watch. The gold on this is just really, it's really a cool gold. It's got the logo there on the crown. It is cool. It does have the quick release removal pins. So there's a lot that can be said as far as concerns go with being able to read this thing, and it's actually extremely simple to read. So you got these two little arms. The inner arm will give you the hour. So right there it's pointing at nearly the 5. And it's on its way to the smaller 5, which indicates it's getting close to the half-hour mark. So each number has a smaller number next to it that indicates the half-hour mark. And then up there on the top, you're going to see the smaller indicating hand, and it's just simply pointing to the minutes. And so in this one, you can see that it's five almost 510. And so very simple watch to read. I can pull that and I'll spin it around. You'll see. And then this other, when it comes down off, it starts reading up on the top end. And so now we're up to 520, 525, and then you see there it gets to 6. It's actually very simple to read. This small little hand indicator actually does give you the seconds, and so you can kind of estimate where it's at. There it's probably about the 25 second, coming around to the 30 second mark. So it's actually really easy to watch to read for as unique and crazy looking as it is. There's no lume on this watch, so plan on just being able to read it during the day or in well-lit areas. The movement being a Chinese movement, not the best. When I wind it, I do notice that it can kind of catch sometimes when you're turning it. I'll go to turn it and it'll catch a little. Is a nice solid feel to it. It does have some nice weight to it. It keeps time great. I really have had no issues. I've had this watch for about 2 months, and I've worn it at least 10 times probably throughout 10 full days, and it's been great. I haven't had any issues with it. This is I believe it's a K1 crystal. It's hardened crystal. You got to be real careful you don't smack that on something because it will explode. I've seen some people complain about their crystals just breaking while they had it sitting inside of a drawer. I don't know what else was in the drawer with it to break it, but they claimed it was just sitting there and it just imploded. I don't know how that's going to happen, but honestly, I think you're going to have to whack it on something to crack that crystal. So just be careful and be aware when you're wearing it. So that's the Xeric Halograph. Not a bad looking watch. And if you have any comments or anything you'd like to discuss or ask questions about this thing, you're thinking about picking one up, please feel free to ask. And make sure you like, subscribe, and give me some thumbs up. And I will look forward to seeing you next time.